stages here. One of them is this side. We call it downstage because this is where we have the big balloons you guys can see behind me being set up. This is used on the helium dance, one of the cutest moments of the show in my opinion, because you have a small person hanging from these balloons and floating around the audience, and everyone will be able to push her up, and everyone's desperate to try to push her up. You guys will see tonight. Another very important prop that we have here, it's right behind you. We have the chandelier. That we have 3 chandeliers like this that's used on the show. 2 of them are this side of the stage, another one's on the other side. We have 4 aerialists flying over the stage. They represent the loves that the clown had during his life. But why the loves that he had on his life? To give you a better idea, Porteu tells a story of a clown that is dreaming about his own funeral, but in a carnival atmosphere. You're gonna see his friends from all over the world in different circuses coming to visit him and show all the amazing skills that they have. Even though the main theme of the show is death, it's his funeral, it's more a celebration of life, where we're gonna see all the greatest things that happened in his life. When he was a child, he used to play on his bed, pretending it was a trampoline like we all did once. Or we're gonna see the love that he had on his life, flying over the stage on these big chandeliers. Or we're gonna see his friends from other circuses coming to show all their amazing skills that they have. One of them, for example, it's a traditional circus act, the acrobatic ladder, where we have an acrobat going up and down the ladder, holding to anything, and there's nothing holding the ladder, just a vertical traditional ladder. One thing very unique about Porteu is that you're gonna see the artists crossing from one side to the other a lot. So they need to come back to the other side of the stage, but they cannot come through the stage or behind the arena. So we came up with that. I'll show you guys if this is we call it a crossover machine. It seems fancy, but it's very simple actually. It's a machine that we use to cross over to the side. So the artists that will come on this side, they will cross the stage during the show. They will come here on backstage running because they need to be on the other side quickly. So they'll put a rope on top of their costume. They'll lay down this inflatable mattress here, and they will hold on this rope that will slide them to the other side. It's like a zip line. So basically they're gonna be like this, holding like this, and the rope will slide them to the other side, like this. You take them to the other side. It takes about 40 seconds to cross from one side to the other, and we have 2 lanes because we have too many people crossing during the show. It's kind of a traffic of people going back and forth. So we have this one, and the other side we have another one, which allows them to go back and forth during the show. So there's another show happening here on backstage during the show. Everything must be rehearsed. They need to be in the right spot, in the right moment. For example, right above you guys here, we have 2 big dresses. We have 2 others on the side that are used. By the end of the show, we have 4 big angels that will be crossing the stage. But they instructed that it's around this dress is so big that we need up to 3 people to help the performer to put the costume on. They will be on stage just a few minutes before, so they come on backstage, they put a pair of socks, a pair of pants, harness, and then they put the big dress, and then they put the big wings, and you have 3 people helping them to put everything in less than 2 minutes to make sure that they leave the stage running, they change costume, and they go back on stage. For all the performers, they can change costume up to 5-6 times. One of the jugglers, for example, is Svetlana. She's from Russia, and she needs to do her act and change her costume just before the act 3 times in less than 5 minutes. So basically, she will come here backstage dressed up as an angel. She'll come here, and someone from the wardrobe will be helping her to change costume quickly. She'll go on stage, do her act, then she'll come back on backstage and change again in less than 5 minutes. And it's happening with most of the performers. If you join Cirque du Soleil and you do only one act, you have to be flexible to be able to do all the acts and cues. Here, for example, we have the angels, we have the friends of the clown, and these people are the same ones that are doing their own act during the show. So you must be flexible to do many different things. When you join Cirque du Soleil, we fly you to Montreal, where we have our headquarters. We take more than 300 measurements of your body, so we make the costume custom made for you, and you have a full list of classes from clapping on the show, singing, acting, dancing, makeup lessons, or even hair. On the show, you see human beings on stage, different from any other Cirque du Soleil show that you see creatures sometimes. Here you're gonna see humans on stage showing all their amazing skills that they have. Any question?
Is there such thing as doing one thing? in a Cirque show?
Sorry?
Is there such thing as an actor or a crew person doing just one thing in a Cirque show? Or do people do just a little bit of everything?
For example, the performer from the latter act on the show, Slava, he's the only one on the show that can do that act. So we don't have anyone to do his backup, back him up in case we need. So in this case, it's a skill that only him would have. We would need to have a new person from out of the company to do that.
But does he do also other stuff?
He does cues, not acts.
No, but so he helps out.
Yes.
You're never just standing
He helps to
still.
set up. No, he will do his act, but he helps to set up. Probably in the beginning of the show, he'll be walking around as a blind man, as one of his characters as well. But for sure, you have to do many different things in the show. You won't be able to do only your act, because everyone here is always helping each other to do it, like the traditional circus. They're always involved doing the whole show to help to make the show happen, regardless their own act. You guys good? I walk with you guys this way. So every week we are in a different city, we're in a different building, a different place. So everything must be checked before the show. So for example, today we have the guys rehearsing on stage to make sure that they are comfortable with the arena, they're used to the new place. We have our props team that are taking care, for example, of the balloons that must be inflated every week in every city we go, and make sure that we have the right weight. It can be different from city to city. For example, in Colorado, when we were there, the altitude there it's quite different from here, for example, from Kingston. So we needed to have an extra balloon to be able to take the performer up the right level that we're expecting her to go. Here, right behind me, this is usually where the guys they are rehearsing. Everywhere we go backstage, we have screens and clocks showing everything that's happening live on stage. Right now we can see the rehearsal of Rusir happening on stage. This way the guys they can see the right moment they would go on stage, and they won't miss a cue and they would miss the moment to go on stage. We also have a backstage manager that's always here telling everyone, okay, stand by, go, which is following the instructions of the stage manager that is in front of the stage to go on stage as well. Any question? No? Okay, I'll bring you guys this way.
Good morning, Max.
Good morning. Just wait for everyone to get here. On Cirque du Soleil we have live music, and on Corsair you see that we have the band station split in 4, so we have 2 on each side of the stage. This one is the station for the band leader, which is Roger. He's the one that is watching everything that's happening on stage. You can see that we have a screen that is showing everything that's happening on stage, so we'll be following up and it will be giving cues to the other musicians. We have 7 musicians on the show, including a male and a female singer. And Roger will be the one saying guitar, standing by, go, or sax, bass, accordion, drums, percussionist. They're all talking to each other during the show, through the show to make sure that they're able to follow up with everything that's happening on the show. Why? Let's say they have someone juggling on the show. They let something fall. You go there. You pick up, it's like what? 2-3 seconds. You think that is not much, but music-wise, it's a lot, and people can notice that. So these guys, they need to follow what they do on stage, so we make sure that everything is running smoothly, and that people won't notice that we have change happening, because it's a live show in the end, so it can be different every night when people come to the show. Have any of you seen a Cirque du Soleil show before?
Yes.
Yes? Anyone have seen Cortail before? No? No one for Cortail? You guys are watching? Is everyone watching tonight?
I am.
Yeah? Who is not watching?
I'm not able to.
Oh, too bad. You guys? You guys are coming?
No.
No? Why? Don't have time or?
Guys.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I know sometimes you guys have a weird schedule as well, just like us.
But
You guys will come?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, that's good. So they're gonna do a quick run through of the act now. I'll let you guys watch it, which is basically the act that they do tonight. The lights will change, so it's really nice to take a look at it.
So this is like a dress rehearsal kind of thing?
Yes.
Or
It'll take about 3 minutes, and I'll bring you guys into the backstage and work with, okay?
How many